Hello, and welcome to the Belltower Books virtual training session. Today, we'll be giving you the ins and outs of Belltower Books, from our humble beginnings to your role in making this semester the best one possible. Be sure to have a pen and paper handy to write down some notes or any questions you may have for your regional director. Belltower Books was created in 2004 by two Cornell University undergrads who were sick of their on-campus bookstore. They were tired of waiting in long lines only to be told that they could get little to nothing back for their books. From this frustration, Belltower was born. Our founders wanted to use the internet to create a more competitive, open, and efficient market for used textbooks. At Belltower, we like to say that we're for students, by students. We pride ourselves on the ability to offer valuable jobs to a select team of college students, while also giving the rest of the campus population the best possible price for their used textbooks. Flash forward to 2017, and Belltower currently has over 2,000 students working for us at 500 campuses nationwide. We're growing fast and are happy to have you along for the ride. Teamwork is an integral part of success with Belltower Books, and as a new rep, you will have access to a support system both on campus and at company headquarters to help you reach your buyback goals this season. Each Belltower team consists of a few book buyers, the campus captain, and your supporting regional director. As a Belltower buyer, your main responsibilities are to work together with your team to research high-value books on campus, develop a clear marketing strategy, and buy books from as many students as you can reach. Your campus captain will be on hand to coordinate team meetings, provide funds for buyback, and pick up your purchased books before the end of the season. Lastly, your regional director, while not officially on campus, will be available 24/7 to support and coach your campus team. Communication is vital at Belltower, so keep in touch with your team members on a daily basis. The key to success with Belltower is knowing your environment. Check out this video to learn about each type of book you might encounter as a new buyer this season.
There are a variety of different books on each college campus, and as a new Belltower rep, it's your job to know which ones will make both you and your customers the most money. High-value textbooks. What makes a book high value? It's simple. Books with a high demand and newer publication date are going to have the best resale value, and as a result, the highest buyback price. Think core subjects like math, science, psychology, and business. These courses always have the most updated textbooks and the highest enrollment. High-value books range from $30 to $120. Next, we have our mid-range books. While these guys may be a step down from the glorious high values, they can certainly help to give you a little boost and increase those buyback numbers. Mid-range books are those with a buyback of $10 to $30, usually paperback textbooks or hardcover textbooks that may be 1 year out of edition. Now, as a Belltower buyer, we want you to be able to offer your customers insight on every book they own, even those books you may not be interested in buying. Enter quarter books. For every high-value book on campus, there will be 6 to 8 books worth less than $1. We call these quarter books. These pesky little things are usually worthless on the national market, and if Belltower can't resell a book, it's tough for us to justify paying much of anything for them. Would you pay $50 for a book you knew you could only sell for $1? Probably not. You'll find that any old editions, copyright earlier than 2015, loose leaf versions, instructor's editions, and most novels will fall under the quarter book category. Now, why do we call them quarter books? It's simple. We price these books at just 25 cents, rounded up per transaction. Realistically, Belltower should not buy these books at all, because they are worth little to nothing. But we enjoy being able to offer buyback on any and every book on campus, so we're willing to take the small loss to make our customers happy. At Belltower, we pride ourselves on providing college students with the best value when it comes to book buyback. And knowing your environment is step one. We'll help you identify and target the mid-range to high-value books that will earn you the most money, but also want you to be aware of those pesky little quarter books too. Stay tuned for more training updates as you prepare for buyback with your campus team. www.belltowerbooks.com.
Now that you know a little bit more about books on campus, we'll discuss the mobile app. It's very easy to use, and scanning your first book is a breeze. To enter the book into the Belltower app, simply click the Scan button on the bottom of the screen. From there, you will essentially snap a picture of the book's barcode. There's no need for a shutter button, as you can simply focus the camera over the barcode about 4 to 6 inches away, and the ISBN will automatically register in your app. For those of you who don't know, the ISBN is the identification number for any given book. is 10 or 13 digits long and can be found either directly over the barcode or on the inside title page of a book. You can also manually enter the ISBN into your app by pressing and holding the scan button. Lastly, if you come across a book in a binder or a set of hole-punched pages that belongs in a binder, click the Loose Leaf button to enter it into our separate database. Once the book is entered into the app, you will be able to check out the title, ISBN, and price that Belltower will offer for this item. You can scan as many books as you'd like per transaction, and the app will calculate the total amount Belltower will pay for any number of books. You can see this total at the top of your screen. As you can see on my screen, there's also a random quarter book in this price list. Quarter books are typically old editions, custom published, or international versions that have a very low resale value. If Belltower isn't able to resell a book, it's hard for us to justify paying too much for it, so these books are priced at just 25 cents. Now, that doesn't mean you'll be handing out quarters to your customers. Instead, the total amount of the sale will round to the nearest whole dollar. Say, for example, a student brings you 5 quarter books. This would total $1.25, but the app will round that up to $2. Fortunately, there's no need to brush up on these rounding skills, as the app will do all of the addition for you. Simply pay the total amount listed for each sale, and remember to scan all of a student's quarter books in a single transaction. Separating one customer's books into different transactions could end up with you being locked out of the app, and no one wants that. Now that we've explained quarter books, it's time to learn how to deal with them. No one likes to hear that their book is not worth much, so be sure to empathize with customers and explain potential reasons for low pricing. The number one reason for a book to be priced at a quarter is it has little to no value on a national market. If Belltower can't sell the book, it's difficult for us to justify paying too much for it. First and foremost, we want you to be honest. If a customer is unhappy with the price of their book, let them know there are other options on campus. Have them check out the campus store. 9 times out of 10, they'll return to you after comparison shopping. Now, if you come across one of these books and you just don't understand how it could possibly be priced at only a quarter, ask yourself the following 3 questions. 1. Does the book have a copyright date later than 2015? 2. Is the cheapest used copy of the book selling for more than $30 on Amazon? 3. Is the book a regular student edition, that is, not a loose leaf or a custom edition? If the answer to all of these 3 questions is yes, it might be worth reaching out to your regional director for a price check to make sure you're giving your customer the best possible quote. If the answer is no, don't worry about it. It's a more efficient use of time to simply move on to the next customer to find the next high-value book. Throughout the buyback season, you will come across a variety of books, the coveted high values, mid-range books, and crummy quarter books. On top of all of these, we have specialty books. These are typically international, binder, or instructor's editions. Many specialty versions will have the corresponding student edition's ISBN listed on the inside title page. If you encounter a specialty book, please check to verify that you are entering the correct ISBN in your app, and contact your regional director if you need to be pointed in the right direction. After scanning all of a customer's books, you'll share the prices and discuss the final sale. If for any reason a customer does not want to sell you one of their books, simply swipe left and click Delete. You can also do this before buyback starts when checking prices for potential customers. Before making your purchase, remind the customer that all sales are final. Make sure that they do not accidentally sell you a rental book, as we are unable to offer refunds. When the customer has given you the go-ahead, click Finalize on the bottom of your screen. This saves the transaction in your app, so you can keep track of what commission you've earned so far. Once you've exchanged books and money with the student, you'll also be prompted to enter their email address. By entering their email address, the customer will receive a receipt with the summary of their sale, along with a 10% off coupon for Belltower as a thank you for using our service. As a buyer, you'll receive a 10-cent bonus for each unique email address you collect. Now, I know that 10 cents doesn't sound like much, but after buying from literally hundreds of students on campus, that will be a nice perk at the end of the season. Aside from the small bonus, by collecting your seller's email address, you are creating a database of customers that you can reach out to in future seasons. Collect your customers' email addresses and encourage them to engage with us on social media to be sure that they are up to date on new and current offers. This is all about building your brand at Belltower and ensuring that you can earn more and more money each season you work with us. Now that you know how to scan and purchase a book, it's time to talk through the funds and equipment that you'll need to make it all happen. First, we have our audit stickers. During your first in-person meeting, you'll receive one roll of audit stickers from your campus captain. These stickers act as a way for Belltower to verify which books you actually purchased. For this reason, buyers are responsible for sticking every single book they buy back. This is extremely important for you because this is how you actually get paid, based off of the total value of the stickered books you purchase. Fortunately, stickering is super simple. Just place the audit sticker directly above, but not covering, the original barcode of the book. That way, when we get these books back to our warehouse, our inventory team can scan your buyer sticker to see who bought the book, as well as the original barcode to see how much that book was worth, so that we can pay you on that amount. For loose leafs, place the sticker on the book itself, not on the binder. Stickers do not need to be placed on books in any specific order, and it's okay if you randomly lose one of those little stickers. Basically, you can think of that roll as a bunch of stickers with your name on it, and you want to be sure that you put your name on every book that you buy. Remember, you're only paid for the books that you sticker, so if you buy 200 books and do not put an audit sticker on any of them, then you'll be paid for 0 books. Once you receive your sticker roll, please click the Stickers tab from your main menu and scan one sticker from your roll to assign it to your buyer ID. Once our app has a single sticker scanned in, it will automatically know that the entire roll is assigned directly to you, and you will not have to repeat this process again. Once you've finished stickering your books, you're going to place them in our lovely little Belltower tote bags, which your campus captain will provide to you throughout the season. To maximize space, you'll want to place the books in the bags spine up, side by side, nice and neat. Because you are only paid for stickered books, I would suggest only bagging books that have already been stickered, leaving unstickered books unbagged. That way you can differentiate between the two, and again ensure that you are stickering every single book. Once your bags are full, tie them up or place the Velcro strap down to neatly ready them for pickup. When you're sick of those bags piling up in your dorm, give your campus captain a call so that they can swing by and pick them up for you. As far as money is concerned, your campus captain will be distributing cash in $250 increments, 20s, 10s, 5s, and 1s. Your campus captain will sign out cash to each buyer directly from their app. When they sign out this cash, it is essentially assigning responsibility for that cash from them to you, and you'll want to double check the amount just to make sure that no one accidentally miscounted. Remember that you each signed an IC agreement with Belltower Books acknowledging that, yes, you are responsible for our funds while they are in your possession. So please, be smart. Do not leave your Belltower cash in your dorm room or flaunt it in any way. Please do not Snapchat your friends while you make it rain with the Belltower cash. Above all, do not use that cash for any personal expenses. Trust me, that does not turn out well. You were each hired because we felt that you were trustworthy, well-connected students, so use common sense and you should be fine. Be sure to maintain constant communication with your campus captain throughout buyback so they have time to resupply you with cash, bags, and all your other buyer needs. As you prepare for buyback, you'll also need to learn how to track your progress directly from the app. To view buyback, go into the Info and Statistics tab and check out your total buyback amount, book count, and see how much more you need to purchase to jump into the next commission level. At Belltower, we strive to provide the best service to both our buyers and customers alike. To prove our buyers' commitment and ensure that you get some practice before buyback picks up, we need you to purchase at least $50 worth of books before the first day of finals. This way, you will be fully prepared to earn as much money as possible during the heat of buyback. Check your total buyback amount daily to make sure that you're on track to hit this goal. In this section, you can also check your cash on hand. This number represents the exact amount of money you should have at any given point throughout buyback. Because you are responsible for Belltower funds, it's important to make sure that the number on your app matches the actual amount of money that you have left over. If you're short or even over, just reach out to your regional director to help sort out the discrepancy. As you check your progress throughout the week, you'll also want to keep track of appointments. Students are able to make an appointment with you online, anywhere on campus. If an appointment is made through our website, you will get a notification in your app. Additionally, you have the option to block off appointment times right from your app. However, we would recommend leaving all appointment slots open, as most students are fine with rescheduling if you are unable to attend. Remember that appointments aren't necessary, and most of your purchases will be done more casually, passing a customer on campus or meeting them in their dorm room. Regardless of where or how you meet your customers, it's important that you represent us well as a new buyer. At Belltower, we thrive on customer service, since we're dealing directly with the campus population, so be sure to make it to your appointments on time and provide our convenient service with a smile on your face. Now that we've finished up the logistics of the job, it's time to get down to business. We're training your team weeks before finals so that you can take full advantage of our tried and true buyback strategy. This unique timeline method has been modeled after Belltower's most successful buyers who have coined the strategy's catchphrase. Buyback is as easy as 1, 2, 3. In order to have a successful buyback season and ensure that you are making the most money possible, it's important that you adhere to these 3 steps and their timeline as closely as you can. Number 1. Research. While this step may be the most boring piece of the Belltower process, it is vital to your success. Research should begin about now, about 2 weeks before finals, and involves identifying high-value books on your campus. These high-value books are where you'll be making most of your money, so take this next week to find as many as you can. Check prices on your campus bookstore's website to find high-value books. Make note of where and when those classes are held, and advertise while they're still meeting in regular session. Then, find out when and where each course with a high-value book is holding its final exam. Create a schedule, and pair up with a fellow buyer to do exam sits, which are hands down the number 1 buyback tactic for our most successful buyers. Exam sits are buyback events where a fellow buyer and you wait outside for students to finish their exams and purchase all of the course's books in one single setting. Buyers have gone through as much as $1,000 in a single course using this method. It's really that simple. But in order to capitalize on this lucrative buyback strategy, you must first take the time to do your research and marketing. Speaking of marketing, that is step number 2. About 1 week before finals, when students are actually thinking about what they're going to do with their textbooks, you can go on an all-out advertising blitz. Right now, it's pretty safe to say that no one on campus really knows that you're buying their books. 1 week before finals, it's your job to change that. Make sure every student on campus knows that they can come to you when they're ready to sell back their textbooks. As far as marketing is concerned, you are the best resource, as you know what people like and dislike on your campus, so use that to your advantage. Social media is huge on any college campus, so post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, letting all of your friends know that you're buying back books for Belltower. Once you begin buying, post a picture of a satisfied customer with their Belltower cash to pique some interest. Flyers are also a great way to get the word out about Belltower. During your team meeting, you'll receive flyers that you can customize with your name and number to distribute on campus. Buyers in the past have said that they've had a lot of success sliding flyers under dorm doors so that they can reach every student in the privacy of their own room. Last and most important, you want to utilize your classrooms. Students need textbooks for their classes, so it's kind of the most obvious marketing strategy out there. Once you've done your research and identified those high-value books, head into those classes while they're still meeting in regular session and make an announcement. Say something like, "I'm buying back your biology textbook for $68. Bring it to the final exam, and I'll be waiting outside to give you cash on the spot." That little announcement may take all of 15 seconds, but will go a long way towards your buyback goals. Getting the word out to these classes will help you to work smarter, not harder, when it comes time for buyback. Now that you know how to advertise for Belltower, you should also learn exactly what you're marketing. I like to say that Belltower has 3 main selling points. The first is convenience. We are by far the most convenient textbook buyback service because students don't even have to leave their rooms to sell back their books. They can call, text, or make an appointment and have a buyer at their door within minutes, giving them cash for their books on the spot. Secondly, Belltower buys back every single book. If you have a binder version, workbook with pages missing, or even an eye clicker for one of your lectures, we'll take it, regardless of condition. Lastly, Belltower does not operate on a quota system. Almost all campus bookstores can only purchase a limited number of books per semester. However, Belltower can buy as many books as we'd like. Early on in finals week, they may offer prices that might compete with ours, but typically about 2 days in, they start hitting their quotas, drop their prices, and actually stop taking certain books altogether. This is when you're going to be doing a large bulk of your buyback. Those last 3 days of finals, when students are done with their finals and ready to get off campus, the bookstore has bad prices, so they come directly to you. As Belltower, we never change our prices, and we don't have quotas, so your fellow classmates will know that they're getting the best deal possible. During this time period, be sure to check prices for potential customers through your app or encourage them to visit us at belltowerbooks.com to receive a quote and schedule their appointment with you. Last but not least, moving on to step 3 of buyback, it's time to buy. The start of your buyback means it's time for all of your research and marketing prep work to pay off. While you'll each receive your Belltower cash as soon as you begin advertising, buyback will not really begin until finals week. More than that, it's important to remember that 80% of buyback occurs during the last 3 days of finals. So first and foremost, we ask you to please be patient. We know it's tough for first-time buyers to reconcile the fact that you're being trained just weeks before you can actually make money, but trust us when we tell you that patience is key. Do your research, advertise as much as possible, and prepare yourself for that final push during the last few days. During buyback time, you should be prepared for appointments 24/7. Be sure that you have located as many high-value book courses as possible, and advertise all over campus to ensure that students actually know that they can come to you when they're ready to sell their books. Have your exam sit schedules ready, and pair up with a fellow buyer to tackle these sits together. It's much easier to have someone to share the load with, literally, during this time, and there's plenty of buyback to go around, so work together with your team and help each other out during buyback. During finals week, plan ahead with your campus captain so that they know when you're leaving campus. Before leaving your season with Belltower, you'll need to return all remaining funds and stickered books to your campus captain. Then you'll be ready to head home for your winter break and await that nice big paycheck. Speaking of payment, let's cover everyone's favorite slide, all about money. At Belltower, we believe in pay for performance. Our culture was founded on the belief that this is the only fair compensation method because employees get out what they put into their work. As you see from this chart, buyers are compensated based off of the total value of stickered books that they buy back. One more time, I can't stress enough how important it is to be sure that you sticker every single book. Buyers start out earning 5.5% and work their way up to 15% the more that they purchase. For first-time buyers in the fall semester, you should be aiming for between $2,000 and $3,000 in buyback. But certainly do not limit yourselves to that. Last spring, our top 3 buyers were first-timers, all of whom purchased well over $8,000 worth of books. As you can see from the chart, that's a pretty nice chunk of change for just 1 week's worth of work. Buyers expect to receive their checks between January 15th and 30th. As with most first-time jobs, there's a 2-week lag for paychecks, but ours is for a different reason. Once your campus completes buyback, your books will be picked up and trucked all the way to our offices in Philadelphia to be inventoried. From there, we scan and list every single book purchased in the fall 2017 season, check for discrepancies, and then we begin writing checks. To expedite this process, please be sure to sticker every single book and return the proper amount of cash to your campus captain at the close of the season. At Belltower, we have 2 different options for payment. You can either receive a check in the mail at the address of your choosing, or receive a PayPal disbursement. PayPal is often much faster than the snail mail, but the choice is yours. To update your payment preferences, simply click the Info and Payment tab on your app. Next, we have our prizes. At Belltower, we offer a prize to top performers and the lucky ones. We offer a $400 cash lottery for buyers to enter, depending on your total buyback. The more you buy back, the more entries you receive, and the better your chances are of earning the $400 cash prize. We also try to reward our returning buyers by offering a 0.5% commission increase for those who improve their performance to guarantee that you're earning more and more each season you work with Belltower. For our top performers, we have a variety of prizes. The top buyer in each region receives a Kindle Fire tablet or an Amazon Fire TV. More often than not, we have a first-time buyer win this prize, so don't count yourself out. Moving on to company-wide prizes, things get a little bit more competitive, as the second highest buyer at Belltower receives an Apple iPad. That's a pretty nice prize, however this one typically goes to our second and third semester buyers. They have that existing customer base, so it's easier for them to make more money. For you new buyers, this is what you want to build for yourselves now. Put in the work this season to reach every single student on campus, so that next season you'll become a household name and can be in the running for upper-tier prizes. Last but not least, we have our top company-wide buyers. These students are basically insane, typically purchasing around $15,000 worth of books by themselves. They put in the work, building lists of high-value books and going door to door in the dorms multiple times throughout the week, but it's well worth it. These buyers are bringing home over $2,000, and Belltower likes to add just a little cherry on top, an extra $1,000 cash bonus. This just goes to show that at Belltower, we do like to treat our reps well. We pride ourselves on being able to offer great jobs for all of you, while giving the rest of the campus population the best possible prices on their textbooks. We're excited to have you as part of the Belltower team, and can't wait to see what you can do. Stay tuned in your campus group me for updates on your first team meeting, and let the buyback bonanza begin.